Alright, so got some primer slapped on the bags and the lids. Pretty happy. Excuse my light. It's kind of not working at the moment, but get that all situated. But yeah, got the primer on the bags. I used my work area is all dirty right now, but Tamco's DTA, direct to anything epoxy primer. I mean, I use this stuff for a while, love it. It's like I said, no sponsorship or anything. I'm just telling you what I used and what works for me. I feel like it'll work for you, especially because I'm in a garage, you know. So, especially with like the elements where I'm in the desert and all that. I mean, it works cool. So it's good for you, you know, DIY type of things. But yeah, but once all this pretty much dries up, I'll give it like a day and a half, something like that. And then I'll go ahead and sand down, make everything even, tiny little imperfections if there's any, I don't know, like dust, whatever the case may be, but get all that sanded out, ready for base, and yeah, go from there. I already have like the rear fender already painted and cleared, front fender, kick panels. The only thing that hasn't had any primer or paint on it, period, is the gas tank, which is under here. I just have it covered. But yeah, but once I get these situated, the gas tank is pretty much the last thing. I had like a stand that I made, and shoot, over time, I took it down, had it in the back, and I want to say, shit, we used the spare wood for chocks or something like that, and yeah, it's gone. So all I need is just a little piece of wood just to put down the middle of the tank, just to hold it in place, and I should be good. No big deal at all. Go to Home Depot. But yeah, this is where I'm at with it. I'm excited just to see how it comes, you know, just because, shoot, newer CVOs look nice, so I think this would be pretty dope. And I made the change, you know, to the CVO style bags or whatever, compared to like the older style, so it won't have the flip open to the, well, I mean, it still does, I'm sorry, but the latch to open it, it's more like they call it like the toilet bowl, toilet handle, you know what I mean. But yeah, this one opens this way, and then the other one's open on that side, so it'll be pretty cool. I think it'll switch up the look a little bit. And like I said, that you can run those bags. These are for, you know, like the newer style CVOs, but you can run these. Mine's a 04, works perfect, no issues. So yeah, you just rearrange your mounting positions on your frame for your saddlebag, the screw points, and yeah, you should be good. So I got some base. I had the other bag and lid, but unfortunately it's just one of those things to where I get those goddamn bugs that land in it, and sons of bitches want to, like, you know, squirm and fight their way out of it, so they leave little trails, and yeah, so those two parts, unfortunately, I gotta just resand a couple little areas. But yeah, probably just shoot these with some clear right now, because these ones came out decent. But like I said, I'm in a garage doing the best I can, so it's like real DIY, real life, not sugar coated. I don't have like an inflatable booth, more so just because of space and shit, my tire machines and what have you. And right now the garage is a fucking mess just because we had to move some things around and, you know, other personal stuff. But yeah, it's like that, man, you know, it's just part of it. So I actually called around, especially like when I was in LA, you were able to like rent booths. You build like a relationship. I had a buddy that owns a paint shop out there, so I go there, get material or what have you. He has a boy, and then, you know, you just kick them down with a couple hundred, and that'd buy you like 4 hours or something in their booth. And, you know, it doesn't nearly take that long to do some of these projects. But yeah, out here in the desert, you know, like Antelope Valley area, I call around, no one seems to rent booths or what have you, so I'm kind of just stuck hosing down my garage floor. I try to sweep it and maintain. I don't know if I can't even zoom, but I had to sweep and get all this shit out beforehand. And it's just a mess, man. So it's just a hassle, but I kind of work with what I'm able to work with. You can see there's a desert, so all that shit just blows in, and the garage doesn't have a good seal because it's a fucking old wooden garage. But like I said, do the best I can, with what I got at my disposal right now. I'm sure down the line things will change. I'll probably get like a inflatable paint booth or something like that. That way I'm able to set up and, isolate my area and kind of keep it, tight as possible. But as of right now, this is just what I'm up against. So right now I'm just letting it gas out. It's been like 5-10 minutes or so. I'll give it like another 10 minutes. Let it, like I said, gas out for like 20, and then I'll go ahead and tack rag this, get whatever little debris and stuff's on there, and then go from there. Yep. That's part of it. Right now I'm in the process of wet sanding. This I gotta just wet sand and buff out, so I'll take that. If I start with some 15, run it up to like 3,000 just to get everything all, as flat as possible. I kind of had like a sag I noticed on the back side of this kick, or the bottom side I should say, like side panel, and then the bags had a couple gnats in them or what have you, so I'm going to go ahead and sand that out. This one's pretty much done. I'll reflow coat that, and then as well as this, get this out the way. And then for that, I'm just using some 1000. It's straightforward, not too much to explain, but that's where I'm at with it. Everything else is touched up and waiting to get sanded and buffed out. So yeah, I won't make this too long, but that's the stage I'm at right now. And yeah. So some of you guys are probably wondering why I didn't stick with the candy red. It's probably like, what the hell? So long story short, I'm not even gonna make it like super long. We came on a conversation of like cars, paint jobs, bikes, and then we fell on like the Hellcat. We saw a Hellcat that was like Battleship gray, all blacked out, and I'm like, man, that thing looks sick. So we started talking about like bikes or what have you. I mentioned the CVO, showed it, and they were saying like it's simple, but it looked dope as hell. So I already in the past did like a candy red. It was like a two-tone type deal where it was like black, the candy red on top, and then like it was like some leaving down the middle. So like it was cool, but then I was like, man, that gray just kind of was, I don't know, stuck to me. So I went on Tamco's site, literally randomly just scrolling through, and then I saw that they had that. So it was one of those things to where they didn't really have like a picture of the color or whatever, but I was like, you know what, I'll just buy it just to see, and then mixed it up, saw, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just run with it. So I ran with it. That's when I switched to this. I still have this. I'll use this later at some point for sure. But yeah, I just stuck with the Battleship gray, and then pretty much end the story, I felt like. All right, so as I carry on with the rest of this stuff, I figured it was a good opportunity to go ahead and take these floorboards off, and then a few other knickknacks, and get those powder coated. And yeah, I have like my rails or what have you. So I actually went to breakfast at a local little diner, and saw his card on the table, and they have like a bunch of advertisements or what have you. And I figure, I was like, shoot, let me give him a message and see what it's about. So I found his Instagram, and he does some pretty damn good work. So I figured it was a good opportunity to go ahead and just knock that stuff out. So I'll be meeting with him within the next hour or so just to drop these off and get all that situated. But I think it'll come out cool. I'm still in the air. I'm not 100% sure if I want to go ahead and do like my light bar. I mean, you know, I'm kind of indecisive on it. Disregard the gas tank. It's the last thing I got to do. But yeah, I'm kind of indecisive on these. Like these smaller pieces right here, I can, it's like a hit or miss. I'll kind of figure it out. I'll play it kind of by, you know, I'll get the rest of these pieces, and if it flows and everything kind of goes together, then I'll make my decision on that. But I was like, you know what? I had a stock one right there. Go ahead and get that one done. Slap it on there, and if I like the way it looks, then I can go ahead like, all right, I'll get that one done. You know, if it makes sense. But yeah, but that's where I'm at with it right now. Hopefully I can drop these things off and then get them back. And it's one step closer to having this thing complete. So yeah, that's where I'm at.